What do we do when we think about solving equations that have absolute values in them? Well, first you have to understand what that means. When I say absolute value of x equals to 3, that means the original number x could either be on the left hand side of the origin on the number line, or it could be on the right hand side of the origin on the number line. That means even if x equals to minus 3, the absolute value is going to be 1, 2, 3, or if x equals to 3, then the absolute value is still going to be 1, 2, 3. Suppose you have x minus 1 absolute value equals to 3. So it means whatever is inside, whatever number it represents, the absolute value is 3, meaning its distance is 3 from the origin. So we have to basically solve two equations. One is x minus equals to plus 3, and the other is x minus equals to minus 3. And when we solve this one, we get two solutions, x equals to 4 and x equals to 1 minus 3 equals to minus 2. So these are the two solutions. Once we solve this, we need to check whether it makes that original equation true. If we put x equals to 4 in the absolute value, it becomes 4 minus 1, and the absolute value of 4 minus 1 is absolute value of 3, and the absolute value of 3 is 3. So this is true. So this is one of the solution. If we put x equals to minus 2 in the absolute value, it becomes minus 2 minus 1 equals to 3, and this is absolute value of minus 3 equals to 3, and we know it is 3 equals to 3. Now let's do something a little bit more difficult. When we have an equation that has, suppose, 3 absolute value of x plus 4 minus 1 equals to 4. In an equation like that, what we have to do, make the absolute value absolutely free on the left hand side. So we can write 3x plus 4 equals to, this minus 1 goes to the other side, it becomes 5. And we have absolute value of x plus 4 equals to 5 by 3. So now again, we know that the distance from the origin of this absolute value is 5 by 3. So it can either be, so for x plus 4 equals to 5 by 3, or it could be x plus 4 equals to minus 5 by 3, because the integer can be on either side of the origin. So now we can solve for x. So x equals to 5 by 3 minus 4, and it turns out to be 4 3 is 12. 5 minus 12 is minus 7 by 3, and this turns out to be minus 5 by 3 minus 4, which is 12, and 5 is 17. So minus 17 by 3. So once this is done, we need to check again to see whether the equation is true for both the solutions. Suppose one of the value of x does not make the equation true, then we have to remove that from the answer and we write down the answer. That particular answer that does not make the equation true is known as an extraneous solution. Let's check this one. So for x equals to minus 7 by 3, we have, I'm going to put it over here. So absolute value of minus 7 by 3 plus 4. Let's see whether it is equals to 5 by 3. So this is going to be 4 3 is 12. 12 minus 7 is 5. So this becomes 5 by 3. So we know that the absolute value of 5 by 3 is 5 by 3. This is true. Now for x equals to minus 17 by 3, we know that minus 17 by 3 plus 4 equals to 5 by 3, and this turns out to be 12 minus 17 is minus 5. So absolute value of minus 5 by 3 is equals to 5 by 3. Yeah, this is also true because the absolute value of minus 5 by 3 is 5 by 3. So both the solutions are true. Now let's do another one. Now this one could be, suppose you have an equation like absolute value of 5x minus 3 equals to twice x plus 7. So now we don't have a constant, but this variable represents the absolute value. So we can have 5x minus 3 equals to twice x plus 7, or we can have 5x minus 3 equals to minus twice x plus 7. You need to remember that the whole thing is minus. You cannot write 5x minus 3 equals to minus twice x plus 7, because then the meaning would be changed. What we are writing over here, this whole thing is positive and the whole thing is negative. So please remember that. So now when we solve this, it's just a linear equation now. So 5x minus twice x is thrice x. 7 plus 3 is 10, therefore x equals to 10 by 3. And here we have 5x minus thrice x equals to minus twice x minus 7, and we have 5x plus twice x equals to minus 4. Therefore x equals to minus 4 by 7. So then we have to check again by plugging in the value in the original absolute value equation to see which one is true.